What's up? What's up? I am finally in here, I think. I am not 100%. This was giving me a little bit of an act up. So I am hoping that, let's see, hoping that that worked. Welcome, you guys, to the first episode. I'm not quite sure. I think I got this plugged in properly. I have my mic that has been totally rearranged from my children playing in my studio. So I am hoping that we are live. I can check it like this. Let's see. Hi. Today we are going to be talking about keto. To keto or not to keto? That is the question. To see if you can hear me, I am just reaching out just to see. So, anybody that has not been following or in tune with my pages, hi, I'm Kara Christensen, and this is Kara Christensen TV on YouTube. It's on Facebook and Instagram. I'm really trying to build the YouTube up, and the podcast is going to be on YouTube. So, we are going to do it a little bit of a live version, and then the rest of the episode is going to go into my subscribers forum. So you do have to be a subscriber to hear the rest of the podcast. But we are going to start off with some main topics. And let me open this up. Bear with me while I get my stream, my podcast legs back underneath me. It's been a minute. I have went on vacation, came back, had COVID, then got well, and then sprained my ankle. And yeah, it's been a fun little venture. But I'm here and I'm hoping that I can there we go. There we go. Hoping that I can get this all together and get on track with you guys for the next episode that is coming out. So this one is on keto though, and I don't know about you guys, but I find myself feeling the best and doing my best when I stick to a pretty strict regimen. If I get to be all over the place, I feel like I don't. Uh, I have too much rain. I like to have it. A slow roll in. And the intermittent fasting and the keto is such a great way to get started on your journey. Intermittent fasting, because you simply are not changing any of your foods, you're not doing any extra workouts, you are simply just shrinking your eating window. So if you're normally waking up and eating at 8 a.m. and then you're all the way eating all through the day and snacking and getting into, you know, big dinners and lunches and all the snacks in between, and then late night snacking, that's when you get into those extra calories that, you know, pop up and stick there, and you don't need those. So, what intermittent fasting does is just shrink the window. You shrink the window, and then the window is kind of where you stay within for the first few days, and then you shrink that window again, and then you shrink it again. So eventually you're shrinking. When you're shrinking your window and your eating time, you're giving your body more time to fast, so more time to go through and sort through all the stuff you're already holding on to, which is fats and all of the fatties around your organs and your liver and your pancreas and all of that stuff. So I feel like the more you learn of what keto does and the more you learn about intermittent fasting, the better you're going to put that effort in for yourself. So that is where we are going to dive into today. So if you guys have any questions and there's something you want to ask, please feel free to do so. I thank you so much for bearing with me on getting this stream up and running. I hope you guys can hear me fine. I've had the kids in here and they have been messing around with my mic. So I'm not quite sure if it is up and working properly, but I'm sure you guys will let me know. So the benefits of keto is, well, I guess that also depends on your particular needs. If you are somebody who has already high blood pressure, or you've got any other ailments that don't allow you to eat, because it is like dairy, if you're lactose intolerant, there is a way to do it without having the dairy, of course, sticking to the meats and dairy-free cheese, stuff like that, if that's the route you want to go. But a lot of people are they choose those things for they feel like their health benefit, and they don't realize that you can actually have that stuff and it's not going to affect you as much as older studies have said that it would. So, but if you do have high cholesterol, that is one thing, because there is a lot of you know, more I guess fatties and sodium in there. So the keto plan is mainly, if you guys don't know what keto is, it's a plan that's pretty much no carbs. So you're having like cheese and meat and veggies. So I guess you're getting the carbs from vegetables, but it's not something that you have. Like a lot of people, well, I guess they are going towards like a carnivore diet, which is eating meat constantly, meat, all meat, cutting out literally everything. And there have been such amazing reviews on it, you wouldn't believe. Like, you think that you shouldn't be eating that much meat, but people with autoimmune diseases, people that have osteoporosis, people that, I mean, so many different types of ailments that people suffer, and eating only meat like beef and lamb is what, I don't know if you know Jordan Peterson. He does this whole big thing about his daughter having all of these autoimmune deficiencies and problems as she was growing up, and going to a carnivore diet was something that was huge for her. So she has been on that for I think she said 5 to 7 years now, and has had zero issues, zero flare ups from any of her autoimmune diseases, her disease, and she hasn't had any issues with, all her blood work always checks out. She is on zero medication. She used to be on like 9, 10 pills. I'm talking about Jordan Peterson's daughter. If you guys don't know who Jordan Peterson is, you should go check him out along with RFK. They are really big on the nutrition that you put in your body, the food you put in the body, you are what you eat type of thing, and the different foods for your different your different needs. So people that are just starting out with me this week doing the 15 days till the holidays, that's what we're doing. We're doing intermittent fasting. We're fasting, and then we're going to just incorporate 30 minutes. It could be 30 minutes of walking, it could be 30 minutes of a chair routine, which is what I kind of started out doing. So it's just 30 minutes of something active. It doesn't have to be anything that I suggest, it could be something that you're going to do, but it's also incorporating keto and intermittent fasting. Today is day one. We're going for the 15 days. And if you want to follow that, that's at Kara Christensen TV on YouTube. And each day I'm going to post up what the challenge for the day is. So today is the 10-hour eating window, and we're cutting out sugars today. The last meal should be around 7:30 p.m. if you started at 10 o'clock this morning, and just go whatever you started, whenever you put the first morsel in your mouth this morning. And that includes coffee with creamer. That does count. It does count. So even if you've had that already, you go 10 hours from there, a little bit before 10 hours. You want your last one to be on the 10th, on the last bite of food within that 10-hour range. So you have that 10 hours. What's up, Bo? I finally did it. Yeah. I got here. I got here. Talking about the challenge, the 15-day challenge to the holiday, and yeah, what today's challenge is. And if you go to sorry, I keep hitting my finger. I sewed through my finger over the weekend. That was really fun. I was looking at something on the TV, and I just kept feeding it through, and lo and behold, I fed right through my finger and sewed through the actual finger. And a knee jerk reaction, I ripped my hand out. So the needle ripped all the way through. That was really fun. But so anyway, today is day one. We start on a 10-hour window. We're doing from, in that 10-hour window, we're also doing 30 minutes of exercises starting today, trying to drink up to a gallon of water. If you could get half a gallon in, I would be really happy with that. And cutting out sugars for today. That's day one. So each day I'm going to post up on Kara Christensen TV. I am going to post up what the mission of the day. I'm going to start posting it at 6:30 in the morning. I might even start just dropping it the night before, like around 8 p.m. Eastern time, just so you can get a head start on what the next day's mission is. But it is 15 days, and this will kickstart. I literally spent weeks putting on weight just to show you, and I'm going to show you in real time my scale when I step on it and show you how quickly you can lose the weight if you just dedicate yourself and put your mind to it. And a lot of it is intermittent fasting, shrinking that insulin, bringing that insulin down, getting rid of that inflammation, getting rid of that water weight, detoxing your body, your liver, and all the organs, killing that fat around the organs because that's terrible. You do not want that. And that's when I come to the keto diet. The keto diet does so many wonderful things for you, but it can get out of control if you are eating too much cheese or too much bacon. You really have to keep your cholesterol in check. I have one of those things that hooks to your finger. So it kind of, I don't actually know how it does it. It's very wild, but it tells me all of my levels of my oxygen level, my cholesterol, my BMI. It's like, it's insane. I don't know. I really don't know how it does it. But you can get those at like CVS or Walgreens. I don't know what you have in your state or your area, but those places have what I'm talking about. It's like 20 to $25, something like that. But it's well worth it, especially if you are changing your diet in a very big way. Thanks, Bo. Thank you for letting me know. Can you hear me okay? The kids are in my studio, and I saw that they had like turned the dial and messed with all of my settings on my mic. So I'm not quite sure if you can even hear me properly or not. But I figured you would have told me by now if so, if you couldn't hear me. But yeah, so if you are doing a drastic change in keto or intermittent fasting or any of those things, I'm telling you right now, just from all the clients that I have worked with in the past, pre-diabetics, diabetics, on insulin, on all types of heart pills, blood pressure pills, whatever you name it, every kind of medication. And just from, thank you, thanks, my guy, just from switching up the diet, it is what you put in your mouth. That's truly 100% the facts. It is what you put in. And switching up your diet can be it's actually, I don't like using that word diet because I feel like that's such a fad word. And I know many of you that have been here since day one with me on my other channel have been hearing me say that like a parrot, like a broken record. But it really is such a fad word. I feel it's you can't look at it like a diet. A diet seems to me like something you would do just for a short period of time. But for what I'm trying to introduce to you is a lifestyle change. You have to change that in your lifestyle. Even when I was trying to actively put on 10 pounds, that it was so difficult. It's so difficult because the way that you feel when you're trying to put on weight, it seems like you put the weight on when you don't want to put the weight on. But when you're actually trying to put the weight on, it was actually very hard. And going back to eating such like I mean, well, not fatty foods, but fried foods and foods that were just filled with all the junk that your body weighs you down, clogs you up, makes you clouded. It was a very difficult thing to find the energy in the day and the focus. And oh, thank you. Hi, PFO. And find the focus to really get motivated in each day. It was a struggle. So I can imagine people that are spending their days every single day. I haven't been in that lifestyle change for so long. I haven't been in that eating habit way for such a long time that it was really an eye opener for me to see this is what people are feeling. This is what they're dealing with every day, this lethargic kind of spaced out energy, almost like you can never get really revved up. You don't think very clearly. I was always tired. I wanted to take naps, which I don't normally do. I'm a super motivated person. So it was an interesting journey for me to see, eating all that bad stuff, what the difference is. It's so wide. It's like it's huge. So I know that spending all that time putting that weight on, I know my body is going to respond so quickly, and your body will too. A lot of people, most of what they're losing in the first few weeks, it could be in the first week, you could lose 12 pounds just from cutting out the sugary drinks. I've seen it with my clients. They're shocked. I tell them, just give me 7 days. Right now, we're doing a 15-day challenge. Just give me 7 of those days. And 7 days, if you can commit to me for 7 days in the guidance and the program I'm going to give you, see what happens. If not, you can go back to doing whatever you were doing before. And, at least you tried. But, in the 7 days, it's anywhere from, for those that are really, some are really strict to it and they're like, all right, I'm going to give it my all. If I'm giving 7 days, I'm giving everything to it. So some people are giving that, and it's anywhere from 8 pounds to 14 pounds in the first week. And that's just from lose your body like shedding all that water weight, your body getting rid of all that sodium and all of that junk in there. A lot of times you're getting cleansed out, you know, going to the bathroom wise. So, it really does depend on your journey and what you're willing to put in, the time and dedication you're willing to put in. But you don't have to change anything. Like, you don't need to go get a gym membership. You don't need to do like 4 workouts in a day and make big changes. It literally is just shrinking up that, cutting things out, not adding things to it, but cutting things out. Walking, if you could just go on a 30-minute walk or a 15-minute walk, 10 minutes, shoot, 10 minutes if you're not even used to walking. But make that 10 minutes count if you're going to do 10 minutes. Go all in. If you're going to do 10 minutes, book it as fast as you can and then take a rest when you feel like you need to, but you just go for it for that 10 minutes, and then maybe you can do 11 minutes the next day, whatever your starting point, 5 minutes. Go for it and then slowly adapt and grow. But doing a little bit of activity is going to definitely help you along your journey. I'm posting what his green screen is like fading in and out. I feel like because my shirt's green, I feel like I'm like warping in and out of the green screen. But I do feel like, once you give it a shot and once you see the proof in the pudding yourself, some people just need to see it themselves. Like, you can say, till your lips fall off, do this, do that, and these big things will happen. But until you actually decide to commit yourself and decide to do it for yourself, then you're probably not ever going to get to see the benefit. But once you do, oh my gosh, you guys, your life is changed. Your life is so different, and it's to the point where a lot of people that I have worked with, some people do go back because they just can't break their addiction and their relationship with food. But if you are able to stick with it, your life has just changed forever. And I know a lot of people that have finally like said, okay, I'm done with it. I'm done feeling the way that I am. You keep talking about this. You keep telling me to try it out. I'm going to just give it a go. And they do. And there's no one has ever been disappointed by it. Maybe at the first 3 days, they're disappointed at the stuff I'm taking away. But once you get past that 3 day hump, it really is a game changer. So you think about it, 3 days. Like, can you commit 3 days to yourself? Can you commit 3 days to making a big change for your body, your life? That's what the question you have to come to terms with. And that's where the change starts. That's where the lifestyle change starts. You have to change that part of how you approach food. If you're like, oh, I had such a tough day, I need to go over here and have, I don't know, a couple cookies. No, you don't. Because at the end of that, at the end of that last bite, when the sugar rush is gone, you're going to feel so disappointed in yourself that you couldn't even stick to 3 days. There's nothing more devastating than knowing you can't even do it for yourself. If you can't do it for yourself, maybe you want to do it for your kids or your spouse or some other loved one or the people around you that need you out at work or your friends or somebody you've been taking care of. You have to be healthy first. There's a reason that in the airplane, they're like, put your mask on first before you help others. Because if you die, you can't help anybody else. And we need helpers. We need the people who are going to help. So, sorry, something is tickling my nose. I hope it's not a cold because it's cold season here in North Carolina. Not fun. Mm. Hey, I just went through COVID from another country. So I feel like I should be ironclad, right? I mean, just saying. But let me go through some of the things that the keto diet in particular is good for. So keto is good for, obviously, it's good for weight loss because you're cutting the carbs out. And when you cut the carbs out and you add the keto into the intermittent fasting, then your insulin levels, because that's what it is your insulin is so high. Your insulin is so high, so it's keeping all of that stored fat. You don't have your body's not feeding on the fat. You have to get your body to feed on the fat, and that's called ketosis. And that's what keto is. Keto is based along on those lines of ketosis is cutting out those carbs out of your body so your body can start feeding off the fat. So improved heart health, that's another great thing for keto. And heart disease, improved brain function, it can improve concentration and overall brain function, the same thing that can happen when you're doing the fasting. Oh my gosh, fasting. Okay, so talking about the 3 days, 3 days of a fast, like a hardcore fast, which we will do. I did some over the summer, and I'm gonna do them again. But it is better when you're doing it with people because you have a support group to kind of feed off of when you're feeling like, oh, I just need to have a little bit of something. You look down, if you can look down at your body and you can see that your body has fat to feed off of, even if it's like, okay, so you're fit everywhere else. You got fit arms, you got fit legs, but you got a belly. That means you probably have a lot of fat or swelling or inflammation in the belly and around the organs. So your body has fat to feed off of around those organs. And you do not want fat around your organs. That's the hardest place to lose it. That's why a lot of guys have very fit legs and very fit arms, but then they have that belly because that's where men hold it. Men hold their fat right there. So if you can look down and you have a belly or you got some thighs or you got some flabby arms or a double neck or any of those things, your body is fine. You're not hungry. When you're going through those fasts and you're doing a full fast, a full water fast without doing intermittent fasting, which means you're not doing anything but drinking water and maybe some herbal teas without anything in it, but water, sometimes water with lemon and a crack of salt to get some just like an extra boost of hydration. Um, then it's the third day that you really start to see the huge benefits. By the first day, that first 24 hours is a little rough because you're just now setting your mind to, okay, I'm not going to be eating food today. And I have to tell myself that every single time by habit, like making food for my kids, and I want to taste it, make sure it tastes right, or, you know, it's just habit, or I'm throwing some, these little, they're Cheez Its, but they're supposed to be on the healthier side, throw in some of those and I'll pop one in my mouth. It's those little things you have to learn to reset. You're not putting anything in your mouth. And when you do it, you're so proud of yourself. But when you break, you feel so devastated. So it really is an empowering thing, too, to know that you can overcome it. You can overcome it. You can put your mind to it. You can overcome it and you can do it. And when you do it, you feel so alive and so energized. So after that first day, going into the second day is a little bit easier, but that third day is incredible. The way that your body changes, the release that you get of serotonin and the chemicals in your body, the release of all of the yuck going on in your body, you start exposing of all of the junk inside your body is that third day when all of those things start to happen. And it's quite impressive on what goes down. So, ketogenic diet for those of you that have acne, huge for that because it reduces the inflammation and the lesions. A lot of people like teenagers get that cystic acne. Go on a ketogenic diet. Get rid of that acne. Lessen that acne because a lot of that, and I don't know if you've ever seen like a group of high schoolers in today's age, but they put so much sugar in their food these days. So much sugar. I don't know if you guys have been watching anything that RFK has been talking about or Jordan Peterson, but there is so much sugar in the food. It is unbelievable. I think it's like 80%. It's wild. And there's so many more diseases and kids getting sick and born with all types of autoimmune diseases. And it is all because of the food that's going into the mouth. Even that includes the vegetables because of the pesticides and all the stuff that's being sprayed on these vegetables. 92% of all United States crops, 92%, that's a study that just came out. They were doing a roundtable. Jordan Peterson was doing a roundtable with all these people that dedicate their lives to the food and health industry, and they're just just crapping all over the Food and Health Organization for allowing all of these pesticides. 90% of the crops in the United States that grow our vegetables are sprayed with pesticides from Germany and Russia. Like, huh? It was like very strange. But then they started talking about, okay, all of these foods, the same company that makes them here, like Kellogg's, or they were talking about lots of cereals, pastas, um, even the mac and cheese. All of them that are made here are made with all these fillers and all these additives, but all of it that they make the same company makes the product healthy in other countries. They don't put all of those additives, those dyes, all the pesticides, all that stuff is actually forbidden and banned and restricted in other countries. And those companies make that already for other countries nice and healthy, but not for us. It's wild. So hopefully, RFK being in the position that Trump has put him in, we're going to get some good food and they're going to take those pesticides out and do for Americans what they're already doing for other people in other countries. I mean, they don't have to rewrite the will because it's already literally being done. They already make that for other people. So let's see. The increased energy and treating chronic illness. Okay, the chronic illness for keto is a big deal, you guys. Chronic illness for keto is um, mainly based on because you're getting the nutrients that you can't get in supplements. You can't get in plant-based diets. You can't get these certain vitamins that your body needs and the proteins that it gets from from animals. It's just God put the animals here, not for us to have as pets. In my opinion, they're here for us to eat. So that's what we do. But some people can live a healthy life, but most people that are on a vegan or a vegetarian diet that I've come across my vicinity for training and life coaching, they're anemic. Most of them are anemic, and that's simply because they don't get the type of iron and protein that is coming from animal products. That's just the long and short of it. So, this one is from the Mayo Clinic. If you guys are going to look up stuff and get something that's actually real deal, the Mayo Clinic, some people call it Mayo Clinic, I call it Mayo Clinic, MAYOCLINIC. That's, I mean, that's one of the main sources that I go to. Now I'm going to start going to, hopefully, RFK is going to have a page that I will be able to go to and get my facts from because he is so knowledgeable. He has literally spent his whole life on this topic of our food in our country, the food that we eat, and all of the things that go into our body and what's causing all of these ailments and issues that we're having. So let me see what RFK has got. He's got RFK on food, so and health. There we go. Usually, also, I would like to go to. There's a guy that I listen to, um, Dr. Berg, Berg, Dr. Berg. He's actually very, very good and also very knowledgeable. And he's the one who initially introduced me to, um, oh, what's up, Devsky? How's it going? I know, right? I finally got it together over here. I've been working on my product line and my website, karachristiansen.com. Hello. Um, yeah, I took a little fall down the stairs, sprained my ankle, and then I decided I was going to take that time to get the website up and my product line that I had been working on to get that going. So the stream, coming back to doing this stream is I'm super excited about it. I'm still waiting. I'm gonna do my walking today, but I'm not gonna do it on a live stream. This is the only live stream I'm gonna do today. I might be back on here tomorrow. I'm gonna test and see how that ankle is doing, but I might just go ahead and jump into some chair workouts while that's healing because those are great for you, chair workouts. What's up? How have you been? Welcome to Behind the Layers, my friend. So I was just talking about RFK and all of his findings for the food industry and, talking about the big things that him and Jordan Peterson have been working on, getting things tidied up for what's to come and cleaning up our food and the things that we've been putting in. And it's really quite something. I don't know if you know who Jordan Peterson is, Devsky, or have listened to RFK talk about food, but Jordan Peterson and RFK have a sit down. I think it's like 2 hours long, and it is mind blowing what you will learn in that few hours of what's going on. They literally dedicate their lives to food, nutrition, and the psychological balance between the two and how it affects the two. So it's definitely worth the listen, that's for sure. But I'm talking of the right now we're in the midst with today's day one of the 15-day challenge, kickstart challenge, 15 days to Thanksgiving, trying to get your body back on track and shrinking your stomach and shrinking your insulin levels and all of that stuff. Yeah, you know who that is. Yeah, so it's today's day one, so we'll see how everybody does at the end of today. But all I did today was do a 10-hour window of eating from the moment that you put the food in your mouth to your last meal, make it 10 hours. Cut out sugar today. I did put a gallon of water, but I know that's overzealous because a lot of people barely even drink 3 bottles of water. So even if I can get close to the half a gallon mark, I'd be very happy with that. But cutting out sugar and then adding in 30 minutes of some type of exercise, even if it's just walking like I was doing before, any kind of thing, any like sitting on the couch and doing like sit down jumping jacks. I mean, literally anything. 30 minutes of exercise of some sort, movement of some sort. Sometimes you say exercise and people think that you need to go hardcore core burpee style or hit the gym, but no, just mean 30 minutes of moving that body just to kind of get everything kicked off because it is the 15-day kickstart to your metabolism, getting your body right, and making big moves and big changes. Got some stuff over. Aw, thanks. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming by. I hope to see you back in here just yapping away about all the stuff that I've been learning about. Wanted to share that with my peeps. Yeah, so if you guys haven't checked that out, I'm gonna put the link on a little bit later. I'll put the link on for the RFK and Jordan Peterson uh, their their meeting, and I'm telling you, get a notepad because it's like so much stuff. There's so many things that like talking. I mean, from everything like oh my gosh, people who have severe depression, bipolarism, chronic illnesses and disease. Oh my gosh, it's literally dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. Like the list is so long. Literally, the list is so long of all the things that is contributed to our bodies by the food from in the womb from the time we were in the womb, whatever your parents were eating. Like it's well, depending on your age, because if it were 50 years ago, it's a whole different story. So if you were grown in an era 50 years ago, you're not having these issues. Like there was this woman sitting on the panel talking about she not a woman, I wouldn't say a woman. She's a freshman in college, and she said, "Why is it that I have peers that are going through stage 4 colon cancer and all these like crazy types of cancer from the vegetables. The freaking, you think I'm eating healthy and why am I getting all of these crazy cancers? And it's all the pesticides, you guys, like formaldehyde. And they did all these studies when they're breaking down the plastics, the little micro pieces of plastics that we are inhaling, apparently, eating in the foods because it's in the foods, it's in the soil, it's in all. So our brains, that they've been testing people's brain capacities and the weight of like the brains these days and how much plastic is in them. 0.5% of nearly 96% of the people that they tested were plastic. Your brain, like your brain, 0.5% of your brain has got plastic in it. Is that's just like my brain was like exploding. My plastic side of my brain was exploding with all of this news. It's crazy. I literally was just like blown away the whole time. But yeah, so I mean, literally you can look at it anywhere. I just pulled up RFK on food health. I mean, it's literally like Forbes, New York Times, CBS, Washington Post, NBC, The Guardian, Fortune, Politico. I mean, it's literally everywhere. But I just went to YouTube and I typed in Jordan Peterson and RFK, and it'll bring it up. It's well worth the watch, you guys. If you have any interest in why you might be holding on to weight that you shouldn't be because you feel like you eat pretty well or you're pretty active, or why you have to be on 7, 8 different medications, what the real is behind on these on the shots. The what is it? The fat loss shots. I mean, it's scary stuff. But I feel like the more that you educate yourself, the better that you're gonna have an understanding of, you know, what you're doing, what you're putting in your body, and knowledge is power, right? I mean, that's all you can do is try and from learn from the people, the professionals that put it out there. So I'm just gonna type on this one and see what this is. So RFK has been talking about all of the different things that they're going to do, and they're going to finally put on the ban, the same ban that most European countries have on certain fillers and stuff in the foods. They're going to put the same ban on them making those things for the United States, even though they are US companies making it for the United States with all the fillers, but they still make it and ship it off and send it to European countries without all the fillers. They use like natural carrot juice and beet juice for dyes for the cereals and other things like that, and they don't and cane sugar and beet juice and dyes for lollipops and you know just I'm talking about the junk. I'm talking about junk food. It's so much healthier over there. Never mind the pastas. The pastas and the breads. Pastas and the breads you can eat and not gain weight and do all like have the same effect as you do when you eat it from the United States because it has all the fillers. The fillers, the artificial stuff is what's killing your bodies. That's why we have the highest rate of obesity ever before in history because more companies are allowed to put the fillers in. They're allowed to put the fillers that they didn't think were allowed, but they've been allowed here. But now RFK has come on board with Trump, and now they're going to fix that. They're going to put the same bans so we can get the same. You're going to see obesity go down so much in this country, and I'm so excited about that because too many people have too many problems. They're too tired to even live life. You can't live life when I literally have been trying to spend the last few weeks putting 10 pounds on. That's all I was trying to do was put 10 pounds on. And it was so difficult because it's hard for me to eat like that and feel good and feel good throughout the day, have enough energy, have enough focus. I am on zero medications, zero. All I take is vitamin D3, zinc, vitamin C, sea kelp for thyroid. I take sea kelp. And what else do I take? Vitamin D3, I think that's it. And then, oh, some amino acids. And sometimes I'll take some like fish oil or something like that, but not too much because they have linked a lot of that fish oil. What's up, Sad? How's it going, my guy? So, yeah, fish oils have been linked to some things going on, like breast cancer and stuff, if you take too much of it, like tumors on the breast thing. So, I don't know. Until they do more studies on that, I'm all good on the fish oil. But I don't take any prescription anything because I try to let my body do the healing, just making sure I have the right nutrients and all of the things. But listening to this thing from RFK, right? Talk about the food and health industry and all of the things that they allow here, it made me so mad. I'm like, you guys are already making these products for other countries in a healthy way, and then you're putting all the junk and the crap that's like killing our biodome and our gut and all the crap. What? You're doing that and you're a US company and you're doing that to your people? No, mm-mm. Honey, no, no, no. I was just like watching the podcast that they were doing or their little sit down with my freaking mouth dropped to the floor most of the time. Like, I cannot, I just cannot even. When's the next workout? Well, I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow. I have to see how the old ankle's doing. I'm gonna try my workout today. I'm gonna see what's going on with my foot, if it's back at it. If not, maybe I'll just start with some of my chair workouts. But yes, I came back from out of the country. I got COVID, and then I got better from that, and then I fell down the stairs. And yeah, I've been put myself through the ringer. So I started working on my website that I've been putting off doing, and my product line is at karachristiansen.com. You guys go check it out for the holidays. I already got my sales stuff up, but it's all organic, natural products for your skin. I sell skincare, and I got some shampoo and conditioner, but all skincare so far. And I do have links that I am putting up for some of the products that I use, like the push up pad. I'm gonna put that on. And those bands, I know I am such a big advocate for the bands because it's literally like gym in a bag, and I have bands everywhere in my house. I literally like the workout bands. I've I've got them like downstairs tucked in a drawer in the kitchen. I got them in the living room. I've got them in my bedroom. Like I literally have them in every room because I figure if I'm sitting there and I'm sitting there anyway, if I'm watching a show or watching a movie, I'll kind of sit behind everybody so I'm not distracting them. And I'll bang out a little workout, especially if I didn't get one in the day. So I am a big advocate for those bands and that push-up board. Oh my gosh, love that thing. So I will have that on my website, but it's at karachristiansen.com. You should go check that out. But all the products that I just came out with, it's the Timeless Rejuvenation line, and it is so good for your skin. It gets it nice and moist and glowing, and cell rejuvenation. If you have hyperpigmentation, if you have psoriasis, if you've got stretch marks, if you have scars, if you've got acne scars, if you have acne, um, dehydrated skin, wrinkles. I mean, it's like a catch-all for all the different ailments. So go check it out. And yeah, thanks. Aw, I appreciate you saying that. I know I've missed it too. Trust me. I really did miss like having my crew and seeing you guys. And guess what I did also? You see my finger? I don't know if you can see it through. I sewed all the way through my finger over the weekend. I was not paying attention. I know. I'm like accident prone. I feel like my kids. I feel like I'm just like I need to have a safety net around me because I literally I looked up for 2 seconds. It's true what can happen in 2 seconds. 2 seconds is like, devastation can go down. But I looked away for 2 seconds and I kept going forward though with the needle, and I went sewed right through it, and my knee-jerk reaction when I looked and I realized I sewed through my hand because the pain was like excruciating, I ripped it out. So yeah, so it's ripped all the way from the center. Of course, it's my good finger, all the way from the center, and I ripped that all the way through. So yeah, I'm trying to keep the band-aid off so it can heal a little better, a little quicker. But thank you. Thanks for saying that. I really have missed you guys. I can't wait to get back at it and doing like a full workout. But I also got a green screen, so I'm gonna play around with some cool backdrops for some cool sceneries for the workout. So I'm really excited when I do come back. But I've been trying never mind like not working out because I've been healing my leg up, and I was like, let me just take full advantage of this scenario and do one of those where you put weight on and then like actors do all the time when they're going in for a role, put the weight on and then then they can take it back off when they're done. I tried to put um 10 pounds on in like the last 4 weeks was very difficult to do. But eating all the junk food, like eating French fries and like takeout and pizza and ice cream and all that kind of stuff, literally was like made me feel like all I want to do is nap. I was so tired. Like I was trying to focus on getting my website done and working with a crew to get my website, and my online store up and going. And I just like could focus for very little time. And then I'm like, I'm so done because the just like how much that food just weighs you down and gets your body all clogged up, and I wasn't like going to the bathroom regular. Oh, it's been a mess. So today starts the 15-day kickstart of getting your body back on track leading up until Thanksgiving. So 15 days. Today is day one. I'm posting every day. I think you might have seen it if you were on YouTube. I'm posting up every day on what the day's mission is, what the day's challenge is. And today is 10-hour window, 10-hour eating window, cutting out sugar. So from the moment you put the food in your mouth to the last moment, it's 10 hours. And then cutting out sugar, trying to drink a gallon of water. I know that's like overzealous, but even a half a gallon would be great of water. And really, that's it. Trying to get 30 minutes of movement in, some walk, exercise in some kind of manner. It doesn't have to go be all out. You could just do 30 minutes of walking. Go outside and take a brisk walk, but walk. Like, even if you're going 10 minutes, okay, I would take 10 minutes, whatever the case. Today being day one, the same thing I would tell my clients. I promise you, just give me 7 days, is how I would say it before. Give me 7 days. In the seventh day, you actually get to cheat if you wanted to and go back and have just like one meal of whatever the stuff that you love. But if you can give me that time, get all in, I promise you, you will be so proud and you'll be so invigorated and motivated because after that 7 days, when you follow my program, which I'm posting up, follow that program that I'm doing, we're doing 15 days. So that's even bigger. There hasn't been anybody that hasn't lost at least 8 pounds, at least 8 pounds. And that's from cutting out sugary drinks and when you're cutting the sugar out, and especially if you're drinking like here I'm in the South. Actually, I don't know why they call it the South because I'm in North Carolina, so it's kind of the North South. But I know, I noticed that too, Bo. I'm gonna have to fix that. It wasn't, it wasn't backwards, but I have to learn how to do some kind of mirroring effect here in the yeah, since it's seeing it the way that it is back here. So I gotta learn how to flip it. But thank you. I appreciate I noticed that too. Trust me. But yeah, so the oh my, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about, Bo? Um The 15 days is oh yeah. So if you're losing like 8 pounds to 12 pounds, even 14 pounds, how dedicated you are and how bad your diet is right now. If you're losing that in the 8 days, right? Or I'm sorry, in 7 days. So we're doing a 15-day challenge. So by the time it's Thanksgiving, your gut, your biodome, your body should be so reset, your stomach should be shrunk, you're like gonna be in a whole new realm by the time Thanksgiving hits, and then you won't go so crazy ham on that food. You can just eat smaller portions of it and still get your fix. I'm not saying take any of it out. I'm saying eat what you're gonna eat, but you don't go ham. What's that? Oh, fit check. Hey, I got my green screen on, so I didn't even think about the green with the green screen. So I'm trying to like my body will fully disappear. So I'm trying to like stay. It almost looks like I don't have anything on tucked behind this now that I noticed it. But yeah, thank you, Bo. So I know it's not as easy when I'm in a tight space to do my fit check as when we're doing the workouts. But I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna get back on the workout train. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. Because I would like to inspire the people that I got doing the 15-day. Have you've done? We talked about fasting before, right? Sad you had done that before. I'm looking up stuff right now of RFK. I love him. He's so knowledgeable. I just love listening to him talk about the things, even though it is kind of hard to hear him. I don't know if any of you have heard him speaking, but he has something going on with his voice box where it doesn't, the sound isn't coming out very clearly, but he is so knowledgeable. And looking or watching some of his older stuff where he didn't have that so bad, he's just like so knowledgeable. And what he talks about with our country today, with our food, is just insanity. And it made me so mad. I don't know if you probably already heard this, if you're just tuning in, me talking about how these United States companies that make our food for us with all the dyes and all the crap and the fillers in it, but then they make it for other countries all clean and natural and, quasi organic, I guess is I guess it would be more organic if it's doesn't have all the fillers and the dyes and all the junk in it. So, yeah, I was like, wait a second, and that's a United States company, and they're doing that for us, but all these other countries have um, they have restrictions. And Singapore, they said Singapore, if a country is even, or if a business is even caught using one of the fillers that they put in, they are fined $450,000. I was like, okay, I hear that. Let's go, Singapore. Let's get with it, US. Let's get with it. But apparently, that's what RFK is going to do with the Trump administration. They are going to be working towards this. So I'm really hoping, really putting a lot of stock in the fact that RFK is on board and he has been dedicating his life to this, and that's what's gonna he's gonna do what he says he's gonna do. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna I'm gonna hold him to that, and I feel like he's going to do that. So we were talking about the ketogenic diet. Has anybody tried that keto? Oh, do you do keto? Loose keto, some people call it. There's clean keto, dirty keto. I guess it depends on what kind of keto. So the keto diet, let's see, what's the how I like to do it. I don't know if you call it clean or dirty. I just thought it was just all keto. I don't really know what dirty keto is. Somebody told me that they did dirty keto. If you know what dirty keto is, maybe you can tell me. But the keto that I like to do is anything that's like clearly meat, eggs, cheese, and I'll throw in some nuts like almonds, cashews, walnuts. I don't do peanuts. Peanuts are not great for you, actually, but if peanuts are what you're going to eat opposed to a bag of chips or french fries, I mean, then, you eat the peanuts. But like my son, like he loves crap, just junk. He's a teenage boy, so he eats junk. But if I have peanuts around, sorry, y'all, the finger that I sewed through. If I have peanuts, he'll eat the peanuts. He doesn't want almonds. He won't eat almonds. Pistachios he'll eat, and pistachios are actually really good for you. But you have to do everything in moderation. You can't go ham on it. But and I'm going to post up a little short on this because it's so quick and easy. And you guys, it's so delicious if you are, if your cholesterol is in check, if you don't have too bad of cholesterol and you're able to eat bacon. But I take a muffin pan, and in that muffin pan, already have like an egg batter mix. Always use the yolk. The yolk is so healthy for you. Don't just do egg whites. It really takes out so many benefits of the egg if you just do egg whites. So eat that yolk. You need that healthy fat. Eat that yolk. Unless you have really high cholesterol, let's get your cholesterol down first, and then you can add that yolk in. Okay. So take the egg mix, right? And then you can throw in whatever the cheese you like. It could be cheddar. Sometimes I'm doing like a Swiss or Gruyere mix. I get a little fancy with it. But bacon crumbles, make your bacon, crumble it up in that mix. And you can add literally anything. You want to put spinach or kale or whatever you want. You could just keep it simple, bacon, egg, and cheese. You spray the muffin pan, right? And then you pour the mix in all of the things and you put it in at 375 and bake it for 15 minutes. And then when you get it out, you have all these little keto muffins that you can, I mean, you can't really call it a muffin, I guess. Maybe like quiche, like breadless quiche, frittatas. Take those, you could throw them in a Tupperware and you can snack on those. You can bring them with you for snack, and you can literally, it's just having protein and fats, and it's, you're good to go and you're staying with your keto. The thing about sticking to your plan is having available the things that are healthy to put in your body. You hear that? Things that are healthy to put in your body at your fingertips. Because if you don't, and then you're not telling your mind that you don't actually need that and just to wait. If you can't wait and you're just going to break and have something, you're going to grab whatever is close to you, pack of crackers or whatever, something from a vending machine or something unhealthy, bag of chips. If you have stuff on hand, the biggest thing I learned when I was competing, right? Meal prep, right? You prep all your food, and therefore, you know you have that healthy food ready for you when you're ready, when it's your time to eat. Don't don't not do that. Like if you're on a Sunday watching Sunday football and it's like commercial time or halftime or something, that whatever break, go take that time, prepare some stuff for the week, and use that time wisely. Chop up some, what, I don't know, what do you eat? Some carrots, some celery, and dipped in blue cheese or ranch, like however, whatever you like. Make a Tupperware of it, so then you have it ready. Got some fruit you want to go ahead and like get cut up or whatever the case. Get it done. Like you can go ahead and grill some chicken patties, get some chicken breasts, and make some grilled chicken already ready to roll for your week. There you just grab it, you got that ready for you, pop it in the oven or throw it in the microwave, whatever your choice. Eat it cold if you want. But I'm saying you already have it done. You don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I don't feel like it. I'm just gonna go through drive through, or I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna call a pizza in. Like, it's about your choices. You got to make the best choices to stick with the program. If you are going to fall off the wagon within your program, then there's just, where's the hope? Where's the hope? There's no hope. There's no hope. You have to stay to it. You have to stick to it. And it's not that long. It's so short. You're only dedicating, in this case, we're doing 15 days. But in 15 days, it's Thanksgiving. And, you're probably going to have some yummy stuff on Thanksgiving, and that's going to be fine. However, you might have a lot less yummy stuff than normal because you're going to eat smaller portions because now your stomach has shrunk and now your clothes are more baggy and loose, and now you're seeing the results and you're feeling better and you got more clarity, and your face is a little more tightened up, your skin's a little more vibrant. Everything's going to start changing, so when it comes time to the holidays, you're looking a little bit better in your stuff, you're going in it with stride and confidence, and you're feeling a lot better, and you know that you did that. You did that. Yeah? Nobody else did that for you but you. And that's something to be proud of. So, anyway, you guys, that is my time. Wrapping it up for today. I am going to be back on tomorrow. I'm going to come on. I'm trying to come on a little bit earlier tomorrow, depending on if I'm doing my workout or not. So I will post up tonight what time tomorrow B, I'm trying to keep it at 1 o'clock. I think I said 12 o'clock, and I might not have remembered that. But I'm gonna look back. Did I say 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock? Um, but yep, that's gonna be the rapidy wraps. Tomorrow we're gonna have a whole new topic. Today was all about that keto, intermittent fasting and keto. Tomorrow we're gonna get into some extra fun stuff. So yeah, I have a laundry list of things that I wrote down from the roundtable they just had about food and nutrition in the country. So I'm gonna dive into that a little bit and kind of do a little research and see what I come up with for tomorrow. But I do appreciate you guys coming here. Be sure to go over to Kara Christensen TV on YouTube and get up to date information on when the lives are, when the fitness workouts are going to be, the live workouts. And yeah, I want to get your feedback on time frames. What's a good time frame for you guys? Do you like to, are you a nighttime? Are you more apt to watch these at night? Are you more apt to watch these in the daytime? Give me your feedback. Tell me what you like. What do you like to hear about too? Do you want to talk? What's your topics that you want me to touch on? Do you want to talk about workouts for different body types or eating for your blood type? Maybe we'll do that tomorrow, eating for your blood type, because it's a lot of people don't even know that that's a thing. Eating for your blood type is actually a thing. So, we're going to dive into so many topics. I really do love hearing your feedback. I like to, when you guys message me, you can always go to Kara Christensen Inc. Inc. at gmail.com. That is my email. If you have any other topics, I don't think there's so many ways to be able to reach out on YouTube. So you can go there, Kara Christensen Inc. Um, and I think my behind the layers, let me just see if that is on here. If I put behind the layers on as one of my emails, which I don't think I do. No. So Kara Christensen Inc. Inc. So you guys let me know your thoughts on everything, and I will be so excited to see you back here. I'm gonna do another one of these. I'll post it tonight on what we're doing for tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys then. I hope you have a great day. Remember, check back at Kara Christensen TV to find out what tomorrow's challenge is. We are in the 15-day challenge, so make sure you check in on that 15-day challenge. All right, until next time. Anytime's a good time. Thank you both. Thank you so much for doing the sound check for me. I appreciate it. Now that it's all set and ready, and I'm going to work on getting my words in the background to go the proper way. All right. It's good to see you. It's good to see you guys on here. And I am so excited to be back finally. And until next time, you guys, take care. Bye. Oh, I could have spread that out the whole time. Look at there, learning new things, even up